भगत खजाना गुरमुख जाता, सतगुर बूझ बुझाई, संतो गुरमुख दे वडियाई रहो। हुक्म श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब पेज 909-910 अंग 909-910 रामकली महला तीजा। भगत खजाना गुरमुख जाता, सतगुरु बूझ बुझाई, संतो गुरमुख दे वडियाई रहो। रामकली महला थर्ड। Many previous Shabads, Guruji has been telling us that instead of following the ways of ordinary yogis, such as going to jungles, abandoning our households, and roaming from place to place in search of alms, we should try to seek God within our own heart. Following the Guru's advice, we should live a life of truth, contentment, and modesty, and meditate on God's name. One day, by God's grace, we would hear the non-stop melody of divine word within our own mind and obtain true yoga or union with God. In this Shabad, Guruji explains his message in more detail regarding the right way to worship God, obtaining yoga or union with Him. So first, telling us who has truly understood the essence and value of the treasure of God's name, devotion, and who has given him this understanding. Guruji says, "Oh my friends, only a Guru's follower has understood the essence and value of treasure of God's devotion. And it is the true Guru who has helped him or her to realize this understanding." Stanza 1. Yes, O saints, it is through the Guru that God blesses a person with the honor of his devotion. Stanza 1 pause. सच रहो सदा सहज सुख उपजै, काम क्रोध विचों जाई, आप छोड़ नाम लिव लागी, ममता सब जलाई। जिसते उपजे तिसते बिनसै, अंते नाम सखाई, सदा हजूर दूर न देखो, रचना जिन रचाई। सच्चा शब्द रवै घटे अंतर, सच्चे स्यों लिव लाई। सत्संगत में नाम निर्मोलक, बड़े भाग पाया जाई। परम न फूलो सतगुरु सेवो, मन राखो एक ठाई। बिरना में सब फूली फिरदी, बिरथा जन्म गवाई। Now listing some of the main principles which the true Guru wants his disciples to remember and live by, Guru says, "O my friends, abide in truth and live a truthful living. By doing so, always peace and poise wells up in the mind and lust and anger goes out of it." Stanza 2. Then, relinquishing the self-conceit, one's mind is attuned to God, and through the Guru's word, one burns one's sense of mindness. Stanza 3. The Guru's follower realizes that the God by whom the beings are created are also destroyed by him. In the end, it is only God's name which is one's helper. Stanza 4. O my friends, that Creator who has made the world is always right in front of you. Don't deem him far. Stanza 5. When one is attuned to the eternal God, the eternal word of his name keeps going through one's mind like a continuous wave. Stanza 6. It is only by great good fortune that the invaluable gift of God's name is obtained in the company of saintly persons. Stanza 7. Therefore, don't get strayed in doubt. Serve, that is, follow the true Guru and keep your mind stable at one place. Stanza 8. Because without God's name, the entire world is wandering in doubt and wastes its life in vain. Stanza 9. Jogi jugt गवाई हंडै, पाखंड जोग न पाई। शिव नगरी में आसन बैसै, गुर शब्दी जोग पाई। थातुर बाजी शब्द निवारे, नाम वसै मन आई। ये शरीर सरवर है संतो, स्नान करे लिव लाई। नाम स्नान करे से जन निर्मल, शब्द मैल गवाई। Therefore, commenting on the futility of the common ways and practices of yogis and describing the right way to obtain yoga or union with God, Guruji says, "Oh my friends, an ordinary yogi is wandering around having lost the true way of yoga, because through the hypocrisy, yoga or union with God is not obtained." Stanza 10. It is only when through the word of the Guru one sits in the saintly congregation and meditates upon God with such a concentration as if one is sitting in the city of God, only then one obtains union with God. Stanza 11. Then God's name comes to reside in one's mind, and following the word of the Guru, one discards playing the game of running after worldly riches and power. Stanza 12. O saints, this body is like a pool of the nectar of God's name. A Guru's follower bathes in it by attuning the mind to God. Stanza 13. The devotees who thus bathe in the nectar of name are immaculate, because by acting on the word of the Guru and by following his advice, they have got rid of their filth of evil desires. Stanza 14. Tragun अचेत नाम चेतै नाही, बिन नामे बिन सजाई, ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश त्रय मूरत, त्रिगुण परम फुलाई, गुर प्रसादी त्रिकुटी छूटै, चौथे पद लिव लाई. Describing how the mortals and even gods are lost, being motivated by the three impulses of Maya, or impulses for power, vice, and virtue. Guruji says, "O my friends, the Maya created by God is so powerful that swayed by the three impulses of Maya, the human beings remain unaware about God and don't remember God's name. Without God's name, one's life is destroyed." Stanza 15. But what to speak of the mortals, even gods like Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, who are worshipped by Hindus as the three main forms of God, are lost in the illusion of three modes of Maya. Stanza 16. It is only through the Guru's grace that once not the obsession of the mind for three impulses is loosened, and rising above these desires, one enters the fourth state of Turiya and attunes the mind to God. Stanza 17. पंडित पढ़ै पढ़वाद बखानै, तिना बूझ न पाई, विख्या माते परम फुलाए, उपदेश करै किस फाई. Next, commenting on the sermons by the Hindu priests called Pandits, Guruji says, "O my friends, the Pandits read the scriptures and enter into religious arguments but haven't understood the way to union with God." Stanza 18. Being intoxicated with the poison of Maya, they themselves are lost in doubt. I wonder whom they are sermonizing. Stanza 19. भक्त जना की उत्तम वाणी, जुग जुग रही समाई, वाणी लागै सोगत पाए, सबदे सच समाई. Therefore, telling us where we can find true guidance, Guruji says, "O my friends, supreme is the word Bani or Bani of the devotees, which remains pervading ages after ages and keeps spreading its immaculate effect forever." Stanza 20. Whosoever are attuned to that Bani obtain high spiritual state, and through that true word of the Guru they merge in the eternal God. Stanza 21. Kaya nagari sabde khoje, naam navang nid pai, mansa mar mansa samana, bin rasna ustat karai, लोइन देख रहे बिस्मादी, चित अधिष्ट लगाई, अधिष्ट सदा रहे निरालम, ज्योति ज्योत मिलाई. Explaining how to obtain union with God, Guruji says, "O my friends, one who searches one's body through the word and examines one's life conduct on the basis of the Guru's teachings obtains the treasure of God's name." Stanza 22. Stilling its sense of mindness, the mind imperceptibly gets merged. Then, without even knowing, one keeps praising God as if God has got himself praised by the person without using the tongue. Stanza 23. Then, seeing the God pervading everywhere, one's eyes remain wonderstruck and one's mind remains attuned to the invisible God. Stanza 24. The light of that devotee remains united with the prime light of the invisible God, who always remains detached. Stanza 25. हाँ गुर सालाही सदा अपना जिनी साची बूझ बुझाई नानक एक कहे बेनंती नामो गतपत पाई. Guruji concludes the Shabad by sharing with us what he himself does. He says, O saints, I always praise my Guru who has imparted me true understanding. Stanza 26. Nanak makes this one submission that it is through the God's name that anybody has ever obtained the state of salvation and honor. Stanza 27-2-11. The message of this Shabad is that if we want to have true yoga or union with God, then we need not follow the postures or practices of yogis or listen to the lectures of Pandits who themselves are lost in illusions of Maya. We should simply follow Gurbani in Guru Granth Sahib. Following that advice, we should meditate on God's name and search Him within our own body. One day, by God's grace, we would be able to see Him right in front of us, pervading each and every heart, and we would obtain salvation and honor. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. SGGS P 909-910. Thank you.